and spray paints her name across their body. In white or gold, obviously. And she had the nerve to call me obnoxious. I feel distinctly impoverished as I pull through the Pendleys' gates into their winding driveway, already lined with luxury cars on both sides. I maneuver my crappy old Honda Civic between a Mercedes and a BMW and begin the hike up to the house. The Pendley mansion sits on an ungodly large parcel of land. Impeccably manicured, but you already knew that. The house itself is a gleaming stone and glass monstrosity that I've spent entirely too much time in over the course of my 16 short years. Which is how I know to follow the path around back, past clusters of networking C-list celebrities. Usually, I love this time of year. The liminal space between final exams and the start of camp. Warm breezes linger after nightfall, and they always smell like a trip to the state fair. Well, minus the post-gravitron corn dog vomit. I fear that one day I'll begin associating this weather not with campfires and kayaking, but with thumping dubstep and this gaudy arch of white and gold balloons spelling out Priatopia. I step under the arch in question, led by the scent of barbecue to a row of trendy food trucks. While trying to decide between burrito boys and holy crepe, I'm swept into a warm hug that smells like vanilla and spice. Before I turn, I know I'll find Priya's mom, Deepika, looking up at me with her big brown eyes. She's an adorably short Indian woman with wavy hair, radiant dark skin, and the kind of carefree beauty only money can buy. Unfortunately, I love Deepika. She isn't just Priya's mom, she's everyone's mom. When we were growing up, she chaperoned every class field trip and helped serve lunch when cafeteria workers called out sick. If anyone in town needs a place to stay, a meal to eat, or a shoulder to cry on, they can always turn to Deepika. It's almost unbelievable that Priya is her daughter and not her evil twin. Deepika yells to be heard over the music. "Juliette, you're more beautiful than ever. I bet you have to beat the boys off with a stick, I bite back a snicker. In this nosy town? After I spent years making it clear a romantic relationship is at the rock bottom of my priority list, nobody is pursuing me, let alone the boys, and I like it that way. I wouldn't say that. Deepika frowns prettily, glowing in an embroidered yellow kurta. No need to be modest, my love. She flexes, but her twinkling eyes betray any chance she has of looking fierce. A girl as gorgeous and smart as you should own it. Priya tells me you're going to Yale too. I cock my head. I'm applying to Yale, but I won't hear back for a while. Neither of us will, but unsurprisingly, the Pendleys are already counting their privileged chickens. She swats at the air, as if the Yale admissions committee is a fly that simply needs to be redirected out of the house. My darling, if they don't take you, they're out of their minds. Her voice drops to a conspiratorial whisper then, and she says, and I'll have Jack put in a good word with his golf buddies. They have connections everywhere. Thank you, I grit out, trying desperately to be grateful instead of bitter. Deepika beams. Of course, we'll help however we can. Now tell me about your summer plans. I didn't realize so many of you kids were doing these special programs. I have to find something for this one. She jerks her chin at an ice sculpture of Priya. To do also. No programs for me, I say. It's my last summer at camp. The words catch in my throat, and I realize it's the first time I've said it out loud. Wow. Last summer. She nods, chewing absently at her lower lip. Frog Bridge. Trying not to snort, I enunciate. Fog Ridge. Ah, yes, that's right. Fog Ridge. Her brow furrows. Why camp? Wouldn't something academic look better to colleges? She asks, like she didn't just tell me.